What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Mohawk Motors. My name is Jason. So I brought home another car a couple weeks ago. I'm really excited about this one. I want to show it to you guys. I have the time and I've gotten the parts together to do the little bit of work I need to do to be able to get this thing on the road and have fun with it. So without too much more chat, let me show you what it is. There you go. It's a 2002 Pontiac Firebird Trans Am. It's a completely unmolested car. Totally original, 100% stock. I mean, nothing done to it aside from maintenance. I can't tell you how long I've been looking for one of these cars at a price that I thought was reasonable. This one popped up late on a Saturday night on Facebook Marketplace. I saw it, messaged the guy right away, and went and picked it up first thing Sunday morning. And my market, local to me, I haven't been able to find these things for, geez, $7,000 seems to be the starting price, which is why I went through all the effort building this thing, putting this thing together. Because I can't find an original car at a price I think is reasonable for them. Well, this one finally popped up. Like I said, I went and grabbed it right away. And I gave the guy $5,000 for it. And I am super happy with that price, and he was super happy with that price. Like I said, I can't find them in this condition or this outfitted, or I can't find them at that price in my market, local to where I'm going to get one. So I scooped it up. But it needs a little bit, you know. This car spent most of its life living in Baltimore. So you can see it's got some little surface rust under the hood. We can clean that up, no problem. Because you know I'm not gonna be able to leave it stock. So I'll get all the engine bay cleaned up when I take this thing apart next winter. Completely original LS1, hasn't had anything done to it aside from oil changes and regular scheduled maintenance. That was something I really wanted because I hate fixing other people's garbage. There's a lot of hacks out in the world, and I hate trying to unhack other people's nonsense. So this one has not been messed with, which means it's essentially a fresh starting point for me to do what I want to do to it. I'm just going to enjoy it as is this summer. It needs brakes. I'm putting brake pads and rotors on it today. It needs, it doesn't need an oil change, but I'm going to do an oil change because the guy I bought it from says it's been sitting for about 4 years with this oil in it. So I'm going to put fresh oil and filter in it just to make sure that's good to go. I'm going to service the transmission. It's a T56. I'd be willing to bet that it's probably never had the fluid changed, so I'm going to put new fluid in it. I'm going to service the rear because, again, I'd be willing to bet it's never had the rear end serviced. And then I'm going to put tags and plates on it, insure it, and drive it on the road and enjoy it. It's a T-top car. The interior is really nice. It's not busted up, torn up. The dash is in good shape. I'm just really happy with it. I really like it. You know, if you remember from the Teen Dream, the Camaro build series, I've wanted one of these cars since I was 16. An F-body with the LS1 and a 6-speed. And now I've got myself an original, unmolested example to make exactly how I want. It shows its age, it's 20 years old. The paint's not perfect, but that's okay. The bones are good, the foundation is strong, and that's what I'm after. So, let's do the little bit of work we need to do to get this thing safe to drive on the road. Like I said, new brake pads and rotors, full service, fluid changes, make sure everything looks good underneath. And honestly, that's pretty much all it's gonna need. So I went on Rock Auto. I figured, it's typical for me, why just replace if you can upgrade? So I got their premium performance braking kit. Comes with the better brake pads, comes with drilled and slotted rotors, front and rear, all the hardware, everything you need. So this thing should stop really nicely. I'm gonna get all these brake stuff put on there. You've seen me do brakes plenty of times. You've seen me do brakes on Glenn's car. I'll put a video up here if you need a little bit more in-depth on how to. But for the time being, enjoy some music and let's get the brakes on this car ready to go. Okay, I've got the first side done. Had a little more than I bargained for. The caliper slides were frozen up. But fortunately, I was able to get those broken free and then clean the bores, clean the pins, and now they move nice and freely like they should. So, driver's side done. Same thing over on the other side. All right, everybody. It's the next day. I managed to finish up the front brakes yesterday evening before it was time to call it quits. I also got the engine oil changed and the transmission oil changed. The T56 in these cars, it uses Dexron 3 ATF. And that's really easy. You just drain the old out and then fill it back up. It holds about 4 quarts. So, first project today, get these rear brakes replaced. Should be pretty straightforward. Just remove and replace. Hopefully the slide pins for the calipers aren't as seized up on these as they were in the front, but they probably are. So we'll just get them worked loose. Let's do it. All right, team, making progress. I've got all the brakes done on all 4 wheels. Don't those look nice? Woo! I pulled the tires off the wheels. 2 of them had real slow leaks. So I pulled the tires off, cleaned the beads, put those back together, put new valve stem cores in to prevent any more leaks on those. So those should be good. Now, of course, got everything put back together, started pumping the brake pedal to fill the caliper pistons back up, and started hearing brake fluid hitting the ground. So I've got a brake line up here that I need to replace. Looks like one of the hard lines was just it just corroded. You know, GM uses cheap steel brake lines. So I'll get that line replaced, get everything bled out again, and then I think we'll be good to go. I think we'll have this thing ready to drive. All right, everybody. Well, I fixed that brake line. I moved the car around some. Went up and down the driveway a few times just to make sure it stops, and it stops well. And it didn't blow all the brake fluid out of it anymore. So I think the brake system is good to go. Now, where I live in Maryland, in order for me to put this on the road, everything has to be working. So all the lights have to work, windows, windshield wipers, blah, 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 blah. Everything has to work. And this has a couple lights in the dash for traction control inoperative, ABS inoperative, and it just has the orange ABS light illuminated. So I need to figure out what's causing that. My suspicion is probably a wheel speed sensor or something, but I don't have a scan tool to pull the fault codes out of it and see what it is. So I'm gonna have to figure those out. That's probably gonna be a different video on that. For now, at least it moves around and I can get it to stop, and all I have to do is get that light sorted out to get it through Maryland inspection and be able to drive it on the road. I think for this video though, that's gonna be it. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Maybe you're just as excited about this car as I am. It's gonna be a lot of fun to upgrade it, improve it, make tweaks, do all kinds of stuff with it, and see what kind of real world difference those changes make, starting with a totally stopped car. I'm really excited about it. And I'm really excited to have this thing to cruise around in all summer long and enjoy. So thanks again for watching. I hope you enjoyed too. And until the next video, take care.